Hello and welcome back to the Art of Dining In. Thank you for joining us this week and thank you all for your feedback and your encouragement. We are having a lot of fun doing it and hopefully you do as well. This week the chef have prepared a fantastic menu based around Greece. Plenty of texture, plenty of flavor, plenty of beautiful dish. Maybe Noah, you can start with the first course.
Absolutely. I mean, the feedback about the Art of Dining In is amazing, and we're really happy to share our passion and see that you guys loving it, and we really looking forward to this one. It's a really unique menu. We're going to start with the grilled halloumi. There is a bit of honey. There is a bit of honey pollen as well. Fantastic spices. This one is a Chardonnay coming from Western Australia, from Willowbrook. It's 2017 by Cullen, the Kevin John. It's a fantastic Chardonnay. 2017 was also a year that started a bit cooler, finished off a bit warmer, so you get a beautiful high acidity to cut through that cheese. And really, Cullen is also an organic, biodynamic inspiration for a lot of people in Australia and the world. This is a really beautiful Chardonnay. We don't have a lot of it and we're really happy to share it with you. For me especially, it works really fantastic with the cheese cutting through the texture. And what do we have for the next dish?
So for the next dish, we are going to have phyllo pastry, goat's cheese, and we're gonna have silver beet. So you got a bit of that sort of greenness, acidity, and texture and richness. So nothing better than a good hunter semillon. So we are in the sub-region of Port Cobin, where you'll find the best vineyard planted to Semillon and Shiraz. Semillon is one of the oldest style of wine in Australia. Also been awarded by Jancis Robinson as one of the unique gift, Australian gift to the world of wine. And I understand why. It's 2014. It comes from a a vineyard called Braemont Vineyard, which is planted on sandy soils, perfect for Semillon. This is texture, this is acidity, this is drive. There's a lot of things going on, but very delicate, very precise, very beautiful, which will pair quite well with the texture of the goat's cheese and the greenness that you find on the silver beet. Hunter Semillon, remember, is one of the greatest wine in Australia, if it's not in the world.
Absolutely, and it's almost like drinking history. I mean, so much goes into that region and variety. With the next wine for the barbecued quail, a bit of spices, we chose a beautiful wine. This is the Wallis 2018 Pinot Noir. So the Wallis vineyard is actually in Manridge, so it's not far away from the restaurant. The vineyards are about 140 meters above sea level. We're talking about the MV6 for the winos over there that would like to know the clone. We're talking about a savory. For me, it's very has that savory edge for the Pinot Noir. It's beautifully textured. There is high acidity. Those tannins are just right on spot, and for me, it gives a lot of more complexity than a lot of Pinot Noirs. And I really like it, especially with light meat dishes like the quail. A bit of spices in there, and yeah, anything you'd like to add on the Wallis?
I love the Wallis Pinot, and the 2018 vintage was outstanding for the Mornington Peninsula. It produced wines that are quite open already and gives a lot of sort of drinkability. I really like that sort of smokiness that you have on the wine, which will really highlight the smokiness of the quail, and you got that elegance, acidity, which really clean your palate. It's a beautiful wine. It's a wine that will be aging for years and years to go. For your next course, we're going with the lamb, and the lamb we have a beautiful Shiraz, probably one of my favorite winemaker in Australia, Ron Lockton from Jasper Hill, right in the middle of Heathcote in Victoria, one of the greatest places to grow Shiraz in Australia. The vineyard are all dry grown, organically farmed. He's a man that cares about his vineyard first, and then everything in the winery follows. It's like I would say, the story of a man and a family that really follow the principle of vignerons and farmers, and this is what we're all about here. So to match with the lamb, which was slow cooked and pressed, and you got tomato and aubergine, you got that savor of sun, and you got the spices, and the Shiraz will really bring all the things together, and the richness of the Shiraz which will go and clear your palate after a beautiful mouthfeel of lamb.
Absolutely. I mean, it's wines that we're always very happy to share and to pour it. It's really a fantastic and a really iconic producer as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the next one, with the baklava, we're going with Mount Horrocks. We have an off-dry, we have a sweet style of Riesling, sorry. This is the Cordon cut, so we're talking about vines that's planted in '92, made by Stephanie Toll. We also had the pleasure to have Stephanie here with us a few times in the restaurant, and she's really have a lot of attention to the vines, to the vineyards, and also a wine lover, as many of us. The Riesling goes fantastic with the baklava because it has high acidity. It's sweet but not overly sweet. Really freshens the palate when you have the baklava, the crunchiness that comes from the phyllo and the nuts, and it's really fantastic. Leaves the mouth with a flavor for more.
So also to you know, we're talking about a cult winery in Australia. Mount Horrocks had many awards and many accolades, which really invite you to browse on Google and find out, because this is incredible what they're doing in the vineyard, and we're very happy to work with it. Cordon cut through the little cordon to stop the sap from coming to the vines, and therefore you get more concentration on fruit. So don't expect botrytis. It's more of that bright fruity, which will go quite well with the flavor of baklava. Anyway, as you can see, we choose a lot of different places in Australia, and we're very happy again that you'll be experiencing those kind of wines. They are iconic in our eyes. They are cult in Australia, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Thank you very much.